Adegbola Folashade. I am a fashion designer. I design evening dresses, bridal dresses. I also make custom-made dresses. My journey into fashion started while I was in university. It was during one of the long holidays and there was nothing for me to do, so I decided to go to a tailoring shop nearby to learn a few things about sewing, because I've always been interested in fashion. I loved nice clothes. Like, I didn't think of making them for anybody when I was learning. I just wanted to learn it so I'll make nice things for myself. So I got back to school and then I went to a Muslim university. So I found out that the restrictions on our dress code had increased. Before, we could wear short skirts, just like below the knee. They changed it totally. We can't wear short skirts. So a lot of us were like angry about it, but there was nothing we could do. So I thought of a style, like a flowy, trendy skirt that they could still wear without looking frumpy. So I learned how to make just that one skirt, and I started making it for people, and I ended up selling over 100 skirts then in school. So the journey started from there. From skirts, I learned how to make other things, and then the demand for other styles increased. So it just happened, like the demand for something, I learned how to make it, and I deliver. I funded my business with the money I was given by my clients to make things for them. So over time, I just saved the money. I didn't even have a machine at first. I used to give it, when I get orders, I give it to another tailor. I tell them what to do, like the client specifications, and I sit with them, watch them. I think that was also how I learned the job. I learned on the job. So I saved money from the profits I got by doing that, and then I bought my machine, and it just kind of grew gradually from there. What is unique about my brand is my meticulous attention to detail. The fact that I infuse some couture techniques in my sewing, the craftsmanship. I love to use beadings and trimmings. I love to explore with structure too as well, to give a sort of uniqueness to my client, to the wearer of my brand. You know, a lot of my clients, when they go out, people collect my number from them. They call me and tell me, wow, everyone loved my dress. They collected your number. They're wondering how it was made. Those are kind of feedback I get, and that is a result of the work I put into the dress. My challenges in this business are the economy, poor infrastructure, the poor state of electricity in the country, and unskilled workers. I pushed through my worst times by talking to a friend, a very close friend, praying about it, because in my line of business, my line of business can be very challenging, and I can have like as many mini meltdowns as possible in a day. So I'm used to it. I'm used to challenges and worst times. So by default, I talk to God first. I talk to God and I talk to someone about it. Then I'm good. I market my products majorly on social media. I try to make my page look nice. I sponsor advertisements on Instagram and Facebook. My career has impacted my life in so many ways. I'm more responsible. I used to be a relaxed kind of person, like a relaxed person. But in this kind of work, this career that I've chosen, it's a very competitive one. You can't just you can't just relax. You have to keep learning. It has made me more hungry for knowledge in so many ways, not only knowledge in fashion, in business management. I find myself reading books that used to seem boring to me. Reading management books, accounting books, business books, and on a normal day before I started with business or before, I wouldn't even dream of reading such books. So it has made me more outspoken, because I have to talk to clients, I have to network with people. So I can't be a quiet person any longer. I have to sell myself, sell my brand wherever I am. And it has also made me I wouldn't necessarily order someone to, hey, you do this. I'm not the kind of person that would just order someone to do something for me or give out tasks or hand out tasks. It was very difficult for me when I started the business. I used to be scared, timid, to talk to my staff like, hey, you sweep the floor. I found it very hard to, but over the years, like, it has just come naturally to give orders. So it has impacted my life in so many ways, and my behavior as well, and my outlook on life. It has made me a hustler. I face criticism with humility and a desire to be a better version of myself. In my line of work, it is inevitable. I have found that it is inevitable. I try as much as possible to satisfy my customers, but some people might not be entirely satisfied, so they give you feedbacks, so in which are in form of criticism. So you have to take them and work on them and try to get better. I stay relevant by constantly evolving, changing my tactics and techniques of marketing. You can't stay in one place in this kind of business. You have to be ever evolving and ubiquitous. You have to be on trend. So I try to do that as much as possible. When I find that, because I market mostly on social media, so when I find that I'm getting low visibility, then I start to look for a celebrity to dress, or an influencer, or I can also dress up myself and take a nice picture. I improve my brand by constantly learning and gaining knowledge about my business. It's like I said before, it's ever evolving. New styles come out every day, so you have to be on trend. I go for classes. I'm going to start one next week. I go for couture classes, reading classes. I try to absorb as much knowledge as possible, and when I learn, I teach my staff. This is what I learned, so we can all grow together. My core values are integrity. It's very important to me because I know that designers already have this thing of always disappointing their clients. So I try as much as possible to, when I say you come for your dress, you're coming for your dress on the 26th, I try as much as possible, even if I'm going to be at loss. I don't care what's going to happen. I try to deliver on that said day. I also value attention to detail. Very important in my line of business. You have to be meticulous about whatever it is you are putting out there. So integrity, attention to detail, consistency. You can't be good today and be bad tomorrow. You have to always deliver constantly. So those three things are very important to me: integrity, attention to detail, and consistency. It's not just one experience that prepared me for the future. I had a series of childhood experiences that motivated me to want to be somebody in life, to be independent, to be successful. I was one of those kids that they would always send out of the class because of unpaid fees, and I would have to stand at the window and watch other kids take their classes. It's happened so many times. It's kind of affected my self-esteem as well. It's made me want to be successful in life and to be able to afford finer things in life. The schools I was attending then were expensive schools and were more than what my parents could afford. But because they wanted me and my sister to have quality education, they took us to expensive schools. And sometimes they won't be able to meet up with those payments and we get sent out of the class. And sometimes I'll stand by the window and refuse to go home. The teacher will come out of the class and send me home. So those experiences affected me. It affected my self-esteem as well. And from there on, it's been a motivation for me to be able to afford good things for my kids. The environment I grew up in as well, it was more like a slum. I knew then that I can't live like this. I knew I had to get out of this environment. My parents didn't want that for me as well. That was why they were striving to give me quality education. So I looked around me and every day and I'm like, this is not me. I want to be more than this. And it's not just my family. I have families I don't know if you've been to Saleko. I don't know if you've been to the slum of Saleko. I have cousins there that are there now, that are growing up there. I see the kind of life they are living. I want to be a motivation to them. That they can't afford to be mediocre. They can't afford to relax. You have to push hard. You have to work hard and be someone in life. The future of the fashion industry in Nigeria looks very bright. It's already a multi-billion naira industry. Nigerians love to look good. They love to wear custom-made dresses. I don't think our ashwebis will ever go out of trend. It's a part of our culture, and it is getting more and more interesting. People are coming up with more ways or more styles to look different at their events. And with the advent of social media as well, everyone wants to take a picture of their nicely sewn ashwebi, post it on blogs like Ashwebi Bella, Ashwebi Africa, and the likes. They want to be on Bella Naija, so it's booming. I don't even think this is just the tip of the iceberg. The advantages of being an average, with emphasis on average, Nigerian youth is Nigeria teaches you life lessons. Life lessons like doggedness, like resilience. Like when I go shopping in Lagos Island for fabrics, I ask God that do I have to suffer like this? Like everybody is hustling. There's this, especially Lagos, it's a fast-paced city. You can't. They say something in Lagos Island. Oh God, no Gary. Like you have to be up and doing. You can't relax, and it's not like this in other countries. My sister went to school in another country. So when she got there, she told me that everybody was just acting slow, doing smeh. She was like, I don't like it. So she came back to tell me like 4 months after that. But do you know that that's actually how it's supposed to be? Like being chill, it's supposed to be a normal way of life. Because Nigeria has taught us to be what's the word? To always be rushing. That's why we think it's a normal thing. So I don't know if that is an advantage, but that is what I have to say. If I were to rule the country for months, the first thing that I would try to improve on is the quality of education in our country. I think over the years it has really declined, and we are producing a lot of half-baked professionals, which in the long run is going to be a huge detriment for the country. So I think education is the first thing I'm going to improve on. Also, corruption is like a decadence that has eaten deep, like really deep into our system in this country. Everyone everywhere is corrupt. The police, the nurses, doctors, everybody is corrupt. Even children are corrupt. So I think it is a mindset thing that everyone in the country would have to work together to try to do away with. And also electricity has stunted the growth of so many businesses in this country. So at this stage in Nigeria, we should not still be battling with electricity. So I think that's one of the things I'm also trying to improve on. And also I'm also going to try to empower a lot of youths. A lot of youths need guidance, they need funds, they need to be encouraged, they need to be motivated. Not just women. I find that there are a lot of more women empowerment programs in Nigeria. Women need attention, I know that, but we also need to focus on not just women. Men and women need empowerment in Nigeria. They need grants, they need to be motivated. So I'm going to try to create a lot of programs to empower the youth in the country, because the youth of the country is the future of the country. The advice I have for anyone starting a business is to first know your product. Do a research on whatever it is you want to start a business on. Start small. So when you fail, you fail small. Don't say because you have all the money to start this business, then you're going to start it big. You might not be lucky. So you have to start small. Do a research on whatever it is you want to go into. Make sure there's an actual demand for whatever it is you want to do. Don't say because you found this idea that you like, that you think is going to fly, and say, okay, I'm going to launch this. You have to actually find out if there are people that actually need whatever it is you want to do. And then you have to be resilient. You have to never give up, because there are going to be a lot of challenges as you go in the business. So you have to just have this mindset of never giving up. You have to, anytime any setback happens in the business, you have to be ready to dust yourself up and then start again. Business owners are not lazy people. You have to be hardworking, have an idea of every aspect of your business. Because even if you're going to hire people to do it for you, if you don't know about what they are doing and you hire them, when they are doing rubbish, you will not know. So you have to have an idea of every aspect of your business. My name is Adegbola Folashade Adegbola. I am a fashion designer, the creative director of Zene Ereyra, and I am a story of the Nigerian youth.